so Trish, I want to thank you for coming in and participating in genuine discussions with the GM. I have a few questions for you, and I know you have a few questions for me, so
Yes.
Let's go at it.
All right, sounds good.
What made you join the Finance Committee?
I joined the Finance Committee. I wanted to join it because I've been in accounting for over 13 years. And being in the HOA, I recently moved here about 2 years ago. So I wanted to learn more on the HOA side of the finances.
Okay.
Once I found out there was a finance committee, I was like, okay, it kind of goes both ways as far as me learning and getting new insight for myself,
Okay.
as well as possibly giving my insight and professional knowledge on anything that I could maybe as well for the finance committee and the HOA.
Awesome. What does the Finance Committee actually do?
So the Finance Committee, we recently just wrote a mission statement, so I'll read that back to you, and that kind of addresses overall what the Finance Committee is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the HOA Finance Committee ensures long-term financial stability by ensuring transparency, integrity, and fiscal responsibility. They provide accurate financial oversight, recommend budget allocations and reserve planning, and empower the HOA board with the information needed to make informed decisions and that safeguard and enhance community value to all residents.
Awesome. Wow. So who would you say, you have a lot of residents out there that want to give their input, possibly has a background like you. Who should join the Finance Committee?
I think anybody who is looking to help better the community, absolutely first. And then definitely with a background in accounting and or finance, as well as maybe even some bookkeeping. There's different categories of accounting. So accounting is completely separate from finance, as well as bookkeeping. So I think in general, those three categories would be tremendous insight for the Finance Committee and the HOA.
Makes sense. Awesome. And my last question for you is, what do you love about Spring Valley Lake Association?
Like I said, I'm pretty new. I've only been here 2 years, but to me, I enjoy seeing friendly faces. So there's a lot of people around the community that are really nice. And even though we haven't known each other long, they put up a friendly hand. Hey, hello. How are you? The community events, going to the concerts at the park are crazy, wonderful. It's a great seeing everybody kind of pull together, eat, drink, have fun, listen to music, hang out. So to me, that was an awesome part of it, having those people surrounding our neighborhood, which we live in every day.
It's good to hear. Now, I know you have questions for me, so feel free to ask the questions that you have, and I'll do my best to answer.
Perfect. Yes, I do have a couple questions. So first question would be, what would you recommend for improvement on the Finance Committee?
Okay. What I would recommend, first, I would say thank you for serving on the committee, because I think that that's really important. I think it's important to have people like you with a background to helping our community. What I would say is, I think internally we have to take accountability, and that includes the board. So from the start, I think it's important to sit down with you guys, which is I'm sure most board members have, and going over what direction we're headed.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, just outlining what help we need, thinking of things like the audit. Are we on track to make sure that we have clear documentation? Is there any concerns that you guys might have that may come up? And honestly, the more people that are watching our financials, the better we are, in the long run. We know that there's no fraud, we know that there's no embezzlement, but if you guys are watching and paying attention, it makes sure the community knows that we have more eyes out on it.
As well as possibly even upcoming years, not only the past information, but it's what can we do with the budget, or categories to better improve for the future.
Absolutely.
So. Yep. Okay, great. Second question would be, in your opinion, how can the Finance Committee better serve Spring Valley Lake?
I would say, similar to the answer before, I would like to internally build a better relationship with committee members. I would like you guys, just like you've taken out your time of the day, I really respect that and appreciate it, but you actually getting to know the staff, you getting to know who's actually putting the information in the system, who's actually swiping the credit cards, so that you can actually put a name to the face, so that you can actually understand the internal operations. I would invite you guys to kind of see our operation, see the people that someone may have a concern with, our operation procedures or our policies, and then make recommendations after doing that. So I would say, I would love to see us build a better relationship and get to know each other a little more, and you guys see the operations firsthand.
Okay, awesome. And then the last question would be, what are some goals for Spring Valley Lake that you would like to work on?
Well, they do involve the finance committee. So right now, and I'm really excited about our 5-year task force.
Oh yes, I've heard of that.
That is really important to me. I think what keeps happening is we go like this as an association. We get new board of directors. There's an election every year. And so, we have projects that are not finished. We have things that are not complete. And we do have high turnover of the board of directors. It is a really big job to be a board of director. And I'm excited about a 5-year plan. That 5-year plan should include everything that we plan to do in the next 5 years, which would include meeting with you guys, meeting with other committees and clubs to see what's important to enhance our community and move forward. And so I think that's one of the biggest things, and a 5-year plan includes a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
It includes, what does our community look like from a financial standpoint? What do we look like from a physical standpoint? All of our amenities, our reserve study, our dreams. And what I keep reminding everyone is our mission statement is to be pretty much the most desirable place to live in the Victor Valley.
Yeah.
So that requires us to really dig in and figure out how do we make that happen. And then obviously, like from a financial standpoint, we do want to be great. We don't want to have policies that could be perceived as subjective. We want to do what's right here. And so my goal would be moving forward is that we have solid policies, procedures that we can follow, and they're easy to understand, and work together with committees. I think that's something that I felt that we've kind of walked away from, is building good relationship with committee members and just working as a team to build the association and make it better.
Yeah.
So even though that's one thing, that one thing is very important.
Yes, agree. Yeah, a 5-year plan is definitely something that should be in place or should be worked on, to definitely be in place. So that's great that as the HOA, we're working towards that goal.
Yep.
So.
And that includes too, communication, so that's why we're going to end up having a meeting, and we're going to invite all the committees, and then we're going to rely on you guys to tell us things that maybe we didn't think about. And we do have a passionate group of individuals. I heard your group is passionate too. And I think when we all come together and say, what can we do collectively together to make this place better?
Yeah.
I think we're going to do nothing but win for our association.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what it's all about.
Awesome.
Any other questions for me?
Nope, that should do it, Al. Thank you
Well,
so much.
thank you for coming down, having genuine discussions with the GM, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you, you as well.
Awesome.